The minutes are ticking down till the start of Game 7, Round 1. Toronto at Boston. Hey, everybody. I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Blue, Blanc, Rouge. Nobody here. All right. Anyways, the minutes are ticking down. Thought I'd get in a little bit early, and we could talk about the game a little bit. We got about roughly 25 minutes till drop of the puck. It's a huge game. Let's see what's going on. Matthews looks like he's in tonight. I was just watching warmups here. I'm just noticing the way he's out there. He's kind of shaking his back. I wonder if it was back issues that he had. Anyways, looks like he's in tonight. The big news actually is Joseph Wall, who you could argue stole 2 games for them. The last 2, and he is not in. He apparently hurt himself in the last game, and he's not in. It's Samsonov starting. So for the Leafs, it's kind of like one good thing: Matthews back, Samsonov starting. Samsonov probably is the problem. Anyway, we'll see how that plays out. On Boston side, I know they're going with Swayman. I didn't hear of any big changes other than that. So, any changes at all, actually. All right, so that's what I got for you. So if you're here, say hi in the chat. Let's talk about this game and anything else you might want to talk about. There is no Habs news out there right now. The draft lottery is on Tuesday. I imagine after that, there'll be a lot of stuff to talk about once we know where teams are picking. So that's going to be big. That is Tuesday. Don't forget, and I'll be doing a live stream for that. So don't forget. I still don't know what time it is, but I'm going to assume it is at 7, probably. So if that's the case, I'll probably be on the air 6:30, and hopefully we walk away with that big prize there. So we'll see. All right. Anyways, like I said, if you're here, say hi, and let me get to see. There's a couple of comments. Let's see who's here. Hey, David, first one in. Rob Dario. How's it going, guys? Good to see you guys in. I think this is an interesting game. I know it's a Habs channel. We're trying to follow, not necessarily follow the Leafs, but to win, but follow them to lose, because I don't really like Boston either. But I can cheer for Boston in a situation like this. I can't cheer for the Leafs. So that's where we're at. I'm hoping for a Boston win. But the consolation prize is even if Toronto wins, I don't like the Bruins that much either, and they're going to get pretty much humiliated tonight if they lose. So, it's kind of like a win-win situation here. We'll see how that goes. Let's see. Asia's Land, how's it going? Good to see you in early there. May the worst team lose tonight. I mean, that's how it is every night. But, yeah, I mean, either or, I prefer the Leafs losing. That's all. I don't really want to see them advance. So I hate them a lot more than I hate the Bruins, and that's how it is. Daryl, how's it going? It's going good, hopefully for you as well. So glad you can spend your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, dude. Happy hang on, I lost myself. Watching my channel tonight. But I think Habs going to get a great young player on draft day. Oh, I do too. I don't see how there's the only way they don't is if they make this like a huge mistake, and I don't see this management group doing that. They're going to get a great player. Which one it is, don't know yet. We're gonna Tuesday will go a long way to narrowing that down, anyways, because there's a new name out there. It brought I'm going to add him to the list of players I'm probably going to profile, and that is I don't know his first name, but Seneki. I don't know. It's a new name. He's a forward. He's a big guy, big game kind of player. Got to check him out. So there's lots of options, and they're going to get, I think, a player that we can all agree on that we're happy that we're happy to have him. Type of thing. I think there'll be much more agreement on this draft pick than there has in the last 2 seasons. How's that for a prediction? All right. So, like I said, I thought I'd get out here just a little bit early, and we could talk about this game and anything like that. So, if you're here, say hi if you haven't already, and yeah, let me know what you're thinking tonight. How do you think? Well, what do you think it was with Matthews? Does anybody have like a better idea than I've got? And how do you think he'll do tonight? And it'd be interesting, like if Toronto loses tonight after winning 2 games without Matthews, kind of a big embarrassment for Matthews. So another reason to want them to lose. But I'm very interested in your opinions. In order to do that, you must type into the chat what you think. If you, I bet you if I said there's a prize to the best commenter, I bet you I'd get people commenting. So Matthews will be centering line 3. They're sheltering him a little bit with Holmberg and Yarncroc. So first line, second line stays the same for them. So that's interesting. So that tells me, obviously, he's not 100%. So whatever was wrong with him is still a bit of a problem. There's no tomorrow if they don't win this game. So it's time for him to get into the game, I guess. But I don't know, the way he was shaking his back, I wonder if it's not a back issue. The only team you like that's left is the Canucks. Yeah, I mean, teams I like. What teams do I like that I want to? There's nothing really for me either way. Matthews nominated for the Lady Byng, eh? Lady Byng, most gentlemanly player. Yeah. Well, for 1 year only, it's the most chicken shit, maybe. Hey there, BC Rick. Oh, BC Richard. I just like both teams. I dislike both teams too. I'm only cheering for Boston because I dislike Toronto way more than I dislike Boston. That's all. Hey, Quinn. Enjoy the game. Thank you. You too, man. I mean, I hope so. Listen, if Boston loses, it's not going to be an enjoyable game. But still, the consolation prize is that Boston gets really embarrassed. No, I'm really only going to be happy if Toronto loses here. I'm not going to go crazy or anything, but because I don't really want to. I don't want to cover them again next. I don't want to. And they're the only team that I have any real emotion for. It's bad. It's like negative emotion, but it's still emotion, and I don't know. There's been a lot of forwards that won the Lady Byng, Quinn. If Boston loses time for a rebuild in Boston, I don't get what you're saying. Are they going to rebuild? I don't know. I don't think they're going to do a rebuild. They're probably going to have to tweak things, maybe do a tune-up or whatever you call that. I don't think a full rebuild. Up to them, not my problem. Like I said, I'm cheering for Boston only in this situation. The man you got to get the opinion of for that is Cam. But Cam is, what did he say? His niece. It's his niece's communion today, so he's with family all day, which is probably all day, but he's probably at a bar now watching the game. Probably, which is fine. Nobody's dropping in tonight. Just me tonight. That's all you got. Just me. Well, everybody left. Why? Anyways, I see there are people coming in. If you're here, say hi. Let me know you're here. And let me know what you think about Matthews. What do you think it was that his injury was? And how do you think he'll do tonight? How do you think Samsonov will do tonight? Quinn, they need to make a new award for defensive defenseman. And I think like Slavin would win that, right? So they need to make, you got the Norris. That's obviously for offensive defenseman. It's not really for defensive defenseman. They need to make a separate award for that. Okay, Shazam, but which is the shit salad and which is the turd sandwich? If Boston's the shit salad, then that's what I'm choosing. And I'm proud to say it I'm proud to hate the Toronto Maple Leafs. So I have no problem with it. While we're at it, let's do some. We did a bracket challenge, right? I don't know how many of you guys did enter, but it was the five of us on Don't Puck with Media and a couple of writers and stuff. So I don't know exactly who's who, but first of all, here's my bracket. Oh, that's how it came out? That's weird. So there's my bracket. I am the two series that are left, Dallas and Vegas. I've got Dallas, and Boston, Toronto. I got Boston. Now I got Boston, Toronto in 7, so it's good there. I hit the Carolina series in the games, and I hit the Edmonton LA series in the right games. But I mean, I've got all the games. So if I hit these two, I'm perfect for the first round. All right. And in the bracket, the leaderboard, see, it says TalkingHab.com's bracket number 1. It's got it twice. I don't know why it's got it twice, but that's me. And I'm leading by just 3 points, though. And then 10 is the third place. Triggs in third. But I'm leading this bracket challenge so far. Yay! Way to go, Rick. So very proud of that. Here is, now it depends on how you look at this. This is NHL News put this up. And then I got this one. Seems like an official from the NHL as well. And it's got like different results here in these games, I think. So anyways, this is the last 3 series between Boston, Toronto, and this is this series. So the question mark, what team is going to fill that? I think it's going to be Boston. Now, you could say Toronto's due, and they are due, and they could easily win this, right? But I still think it's going to be Boston. Just thought I'd show you that. And that's all I got for you guys. So you're going to have to entertain me now. And let's see what you guys got. Well, Ghislain, I choose to cheer for Boston here because I hate Toronto that much more. Right? That's on me. On you, do what you want. Everybody do what they want. Quinn, I'm actually very proud of that. He says he doesn't know anybody who hates Toronto, who hates the Leafs more than me. I'm happy to take on that title. I'm happy to take on that title. Sorry, it's the product of my upbringing. I grew up just Montreal constantly competing in everything. Whatever you can think of, we competed with Toronto in that. So I just grew up hating Toronto. And then, you get with the players they've got, their personalities and all that are so bad for me. I hate them. Makes it even worse. So how people can idolize somebody like Matthews, I don't know. Vegas tomorrow? No, I'm hoping for Dallas. Yes, who's who? I thought it was just in hockey, but it's true. Boston could become the first professional team. Like I think in globally, I don't know if it's just North America or globally, to lose in back-to-back years to lose a series after going up 3-1. So, and who do I agree with that about Vegas? That's how I feel. So I definitely want Dallas. No, Quinn, I do not. And somebody put out a theory that maybe those drinks are why Matthews got ill. And I tend to probably agree with that. Nope. Not doing that. Sports drinks and energy drinks are bad enough. Can you imagine if he's promoting it? Nope. Have you tasted one? Yeah, I imagine they're not good. I've seen people say that, but I've not tasted one. There's no reason why I would ever do that. Toronto seems to be better without Matthews. Like if they lose tonight, like you got to wonder: are they better? Are they better without Matthews? And they probably are. Quinn, was that bad? You know, I had an energy drink. I bought. They were on sale at Maxi. I bought 2. They tasted like basically like slightly cherry flavored paint thinner, where I couldn't drink it hardly at all. I don't know if you remember the stream where I was trying to drink it. And the other one, I didn't even like pour it out to save the can. I just threw the can out. Like it was that bad. So I imagine it tastes like that. Boston should have closed the series in Game 5. Yeah, I don't disagree with that, but they didn't. Theirs is too sweet. Yeah, it's kind of how I felt Monster was when I first. Some of the Monster flavors are a little bit too thickly sweet. Yeah, look who's behind it, right? I knew right away. I would never try that. Just don't like the people behind it, so no reason for me to give them any money. So, anyways, in the future, if it's offered to me for free, I'll remember to say no, thank you. All right. The good thing is we're getting closer to game time. It's 8:03, 8:04. So we are roughly 5 minutes or so away from the drop of the puck, which I will get first because of how I'm watching it. But we'll see. And then we'll start to find out how this game is going to go. Wonder what the Habs will do with Winnipeg's pick. Keep or trade? If trade, I wonder if Harris will be part of the package. Good questions because it's hard to answer. It's very hard to answer. I kind of feel that if there's a deal out there that they like at the draft, like Kirby Doc, in the offseason, kind of like a new hook thing, I think they use that. But it can't wait that long. No, so I think at the draft, I think if there's something at the draft, I think they send that Winnipeg pick either to move up or, they try to move that pick upward, right? So I think it's a good chance. I think Harris being traded, very good chance. The signing yesterday of a 3-year ELC of Adam Engstrom sort of muddies the waters a little bit. It's like they got so many guys there. Somebody's got to move. At least one, I think probably 2D are going to move. Or they could be trying to totally overhaul Laval and make a good run there and, strengthen Laval with some of these signings. So I think Harris probably gone. Anybody else? I don't know. Enjoy the game, Quinn. Good to see you, buddy. And take care as well, buddy. As we get closer to this Game 7 Boston-Toronto matchup. Do I think they should go for Kako? I don't really feel either way, but if they do, they feel that that's a good move, then I'm fine with it. JFed, I imagine Angstrom to Laval. I'm just saying that, right? They're just increasing the number of these young defensemen in the system signed to contracts. They got to play somewhere, right? So I still think one or two of them are going to move. Angstrom's got a lot of promise, I got to tell you. So not a shock at all that they signed him. I've heard him referred to. I'm not sure if this is him or not, but the best one, if not the best young defenseman not signed to an NHL contract, Adam Angstrom. I'm not sure if I'm 100% right on that, but I think I am. Man, this intro is all Leafs. Pretty much all Leafs, man. You can tell what team Sportsnet is supporting. Ain't no doubt about it. J-Vet, we'll see how he looks at camp, 100%. Was Angstrom not here at last development camp? I want to say that he was. But yeah, I do expect Angstrom to start in Laval. What do I expect from LeafsNet? No, 100%. I don't expect. It's just that if they want to try to say, well, no, we're not like that. Well, you are, and it's goddamn obvious. Renegade Mad says Lindstrom or Ginla. Do you want the Habs to draft? I know Lindstrom's got the size. He's pretty much got. I don't know anything else about the kid. Ginla, I've had this gut feeling for like 2 months now that I woke up one day, sat down here, saw they're talking about the draft, and just it hit me like they're going to draft Ginla. So I have this gut feeling about Ginla, and I like the kid. I like what I've heard, seen so far. So I'm still going with Ginla. But there are guys out there that might surprise still that you didn't consider them. I'm still hearing about new names there. So, like I said, this kid Seneke, never heard of him before. And apparently he's an up-and-comer and could go high, could go outside the top 10. J-Fed says, Ginla, Lindstrom, Catton, Iserman. Yeah, I mean, listen, the point being, if they pick 5th, 6th, or 7th, they're going to get a name like that. They're going to get one of these guys. They're going to get a good pick like that, and we're all still going to be happy. Even if it's not your guy necessarily, you're not really going to be able to go, like, why did they pick that guy? Why did they pick a defenseman? Yeah, J-Fed, no, I get it. Cat, you know what, a Renegade Man? I was reminded of a saying the other day, or maybe this morning I saw it, and it kind of fits here. It's not the size of the dog in the fight; it's the size of the fight in the dog. And sometimes a small player. I mean, look at Henri Richard, especially with that saying. I don't know. I hear really good things about Catton. That's all I can say. But still, for me, it's a Ginla. It's a gut thing. It's not changing. I still feel that way. Gonna go with that. Okay, they're doing some stupid shit. Look at Domi. Look at Caulfield himself. Caulfield goes in the corner. He hits guys. And if he's 5'11", well, Nick Suzuki's 5'11". And I can tell you, Catton wants to come to Montreal. He does. I've seen a couple of things, quotes from him. He wants to be picked by Montreal, and that's a great quality right there. That kid really wants. He already figured out what line he'd play on and how well they're doing, like all that. He wants to come here, so I'm sure they're considering guys like that. But 5'11" is not, it's not 6'2" or 6'3", but 5'11" is not horrible. And yes, we have some small guys on this team already, so you got to kind of limit. You can't have a ton of small guys. But 5'11", I mean, it's like on the edge of that. The 5'7", 5'8", 5'9" guys, we might have our share of them right now. Don't need to add guys that size. But I think, 5'11", 6 foot, 6'1", they're fine. Ginla, I think, is 6 foot, or he's 5'11" as well. So the French media will call him Caton. That's right, they will. Absolutely, they will. But he really wants to come here, Who else was it? I saw. Maybe it was only him that I saw that. I thought I saw another player out there that that would be in consideration. That kind of said the same thing. So the fans worried about that players won't want to come here, but if the kids are looking forward to it, the veterans will want to come here too once Montreal starts to win, which I think hockey players can see that coming. Maybe it was Lindstrom that I also saw. I know there was another one of them. I don't know much about Lindstrom. I've heard he's got some back issues, possibly. I do know he's like 6'5". He's huge. I don't know much else about him. Couple of Leafs shaking hands before they go out. It's like, okay, nice last game, then we're going to play ever together. I think a lot of these kids already know what's going on in Montreal. They know obviously who Saint Denis is. They've heard a lot about it. I think a coach like Saint Denis, you're going to get a lot of players that want to come play for that guy. And then Kent Hughes, the way he treats players, the way he treats everybody, you're going to get a lot of players that want to come here and be treated that way. And I don't think a lot of fans put any value in that, and there's a ton of value in that. Well, they got smart about Ryan Reeves. He didn't play last game, and he's not playing tonight. They got smart about him. Damn it. I said Saint Denis. Yeah, I couldn't. St. Louis. That's it. It's close. Close enough. Okay, close enough. Yeah, Marty St. Louis has a lot of respect in this league as a next player and as a coach. So people who make fun of him that he's, he never coached anywhere before, blah, 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 blah. Players want to come and play for him. And the teams are coming out on the ice. So we got Swayman leading the way for Boston. So obviously, starter. They're not showing Toronto. But it's Samsonov. It's Samsonov starting tonight. I don't know who's backing him up. If it's Wall, I don't think it is. So it'll be interesting. They get Matthews back, but they lose the goalie that made the difference. Plus, playing a team that beats them in Game 7s, that they haven't beaten a series since 1959. There's a lot of pressure on both teams. With Boston, if they lose, well, they set a record. First team ever to lose when they're up 3-1, 2 seasons in a row. Joe, Wall is injured. They showed the save where he had to dive across the crease to make a save, and he looks like he hurt his knee. Renegade Man, I hope so. But admittedly, I mean, Samsonov had a good game in game 2, so he is capable of it. Can he do it? So, if you're Samsonov, though, you kind of know that this whole series probably, it depends on you here. Can he handle that pressure? I don't know. Matthews is on the bench, so Matthews is starting. He will be starting on line 3, centering it. And we'll see if during the game they move him up or he actually gets taken out. That's a possibility. Yeah, Joe, that's not the case, though. The game hasn't been played on the ice. It ain't over until it's over, man. Ain't over till it's over. Thank you, Yogi Berra, for that. And if you take into account the way that the Bruins have been playing, how they've blown the series last year, how it looks like they're doing it again this year, no, this series isn't over. Even with that, it's not. It's an assumption, and it may be a really good assumption, but it may be the wrong assumption. And how many times you see that where you, and that guy can't do it, and then he has a great game. So don't jinx that, because that could happen. It's just like you can. I don't watch Steve Dangle. You can do it if you want. Matthews might be on Robitussin. For what? I think it was his back now. From the pre-skate there or whatever, the warm-up. He was out there, he was bent over, and he was shaking his back like that, and I thought, that's odd. It wasn't like to test the skates how they do. He was shaking his back. That says something to me. He probably has some tightness there, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. If Samsonov had a bad game, I can't wait to hear Leafs fans chanting, "Wall, wall." They're definitely not going to be chanting, "We want Florida." Game in Boston tonight, Gislain. Could be the hemorrhoids. Yeah, I like that idea that it's hemorrhoids. But, it's unlikely because, he's just one big hemorrhoid. He should be okay with hemorrhoids. Anyway, it's going to be an interesting game. I think either way, it's going to be an interesting game. Goalies, what did I have here? Hell, I didn't do everything. I did that. I did that. Okay. Before it happens, in my opinion, this game will be about goaltending, special teams, the refs, because I thought the refs were putrid. They're putrid all the time, but they seem to be Leaf biased a little bit in that last game. So refs are going to be big time. It's Kelly Sutherland and I can't remember the other guy. Some probably not good. And who wants to win it more? Who's got more heart? Who wants to win it more? Which team is that going to be? I think that's the key points for this game, my opinion. A Renegade Man Samsonov could surprise people. He did in game 2. Who's this says, can they give the Bing trophy to Slavin and the lady part to Matthews? But Matthews might look at it and go, I don't know, what do I do with lady parts? Justin, what do I do with lady parts? 3 Quebecer officials on the ice tonight. It's going to be a circus. There's what do you mean by 3 Quebecer? Sutherland's not from Quebec. I don't know who the linesmen are, and I'm not sure about the other ref. Now, interesting. Swayman 0-2 in Game 7s, 3.34 goals against, and an 8.87 save percentage in 2 Game 7s. That's not good. And we're underway. First goal going to be huge, in my opinion. First goal going to be huge. Yeah, Matthews back, and it's Samsonov. And we got a icing call against Toronto. Yeah. Just so we already know, Matthews is centering line 3 with Yarn Croc and I don't remember who. I don't remember. Great. I have to get lots of loud French talking right outside my window. Oh, real nice. Pleasures of living right over the front entrance. Furlat is the other ref. Yeah. Refs are going to suck. We know refs are going to suck. It doesn't matter. They're going to suck. Fourth Game 7 meeting between these two teams in the last 7 seasons. So far, no shots. We're a little over a minute in. And obviously, no score. We got a whistle for early penalty? I have no idea what the whistle was for. Puck went out. Early penalty. Not a penalty, I don't think. It's probably offside. Yeah, from where the faceoff is, that was offside. Holding. How's that not holding on a guy that was all alone going in? Leafs got a break there because that player had the guy like that. That's holding. We are 2.5 minutes in here. One shot for Toronto. That's it. No score. Second shot there for Toronto. This is something big for Boston. They need to get shots on goal. Shots have to get through because that was a problem for them. Like early on, they got them. They started to get them later in the game, but early on, they got to get shots. It's 1-1 in the shot department. Oh, maybe it was Boston that had the first shot. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Some pressure here by Toronto. Boston can't clear it. Now they do. Pasta. Can't get it. Well, it gets a shot. It's wide. Oh, Pasta just took a big hit behind the net. Seems okay. Ref thought they were hugging. Oh. Was it Edmondson that flattened? I didn't notice who it was. Oh, big save by Samsonov there. Wow. How many of those does he have in him tonight? So we're almost 5 minutes in now. Good pace. Quick game so far. Hardly any whistles, which is, playoffs. 2 shots apiece. No score. Offside call or offside whistle. So far, so good. Both teams, I guess. Definitely fast paced there, definitely fast paced. It shows both sides, they obviously realize the situation and aren't starting slow like they have pretty much every game this series. But it's still early. I mean, 5.5 minutes in. A lot of hockey left. Some pressure here by Toronto. Cleared out by Boston. No icing. 6 minutes gone. Shot, save, Swayman. He held on. We'll have a face off there. Show the love. Thanks, Richard. Appreciate that, man. Gislain, yeah, the winner of this game is going to have a lot of difficulty on Monday, starting that series against who are they playing against? Florida. A well-rested Florida. It's going to be a difficult time. More than likely, Florida might be a little rusty. That might work for whoever wins this series favor, but more than likely not. Somebody lost the glove. Was it Tavares? Break his hand. No, just joking. One coach will be fired. You know what? Yeah, definitely one coach will be fired. I think you're right. Either way, neither of these two coaches can afford to lose this series. I don't think. So it's a big game for players, coaches, and for Toronto upper management, as in Shanahan, and maybe even the GM who they just hired last season. A lot of pressure for a lot of people in this game. But, I mean, it's game 7 in the playoffs. You kind of expect some of that, at least. Easier to fire the coach than the 23 players. That's true. But I think in this case with Keefe, absolutely deserved. And with Montgomery, I mean, if he loses here tonight, the last 2 seasons like that, I mean, almost any coach is getting fired doing that. I think so. Yeah, I think you're right. St. Louis is the seventh longest serving coach right now in the league, which is crazy. But yeah, if Keefe goes or whoever goes, he'll move up. Maybe not with Montgomery, but if Keefe gets fired, he's going to move up. Just don't mention overtime. I don't want there to be overtime. I really don't. By the end of this game, Jim Montgomery's head might be sweating profusely. Bench door is broken. No. Oh, yeah. Won't stay shut. You're going to have to fix that. You can't have the door open. That's dangerous. That's bloody dangerous. An open bench door. Toronto, 5 straight Game 7 losses. 0-3 on the road, all in Boston. A lot of this team, if not all, but a lot of this team is different. It's changed, but it's still the same team. They fix the door. We can get underway. Huzu, stop it. Don't jinx it. Jesus. Yes, Jim Montgomery was traded for Guy Carbonneau. I've said this before. I've said that before, Shazam. When Carbo got traded for flipping the bird at a photographer on the golf course, they traded him for Montgomery to St. Louis, it was. St. Louis or Dallas? Almost 7 minutes in. Shots are 3-2 still for Toronto. No score. Considering this has been a low-scoring series. Man, I was saying that, and Boston almost, it was close, right at the crease. It's probably going to be pretty close, this game. As Montgomery said, it's one play difference. Pretty much separating these guys. One play a game. No, that's not a penalty on Pasternak for that. Fans. Boston had pressure, but Toronto relieved it. Boston sends it back in, though. They got to spend more time in the Toronto zone tonight. 8 minutes in. Shots are tied at 3. There's a difference, though, for Boston, right? They cut down on shots against in the first already. So that might make a big difference in this game. So far, Samsonov handling the pressure well. Boston needs to be patient and wait and just keep pounding away. Samsonov, if he's going to break, will break at some point in this game. But they got to hit him with some more shots than 3. Good glove save there. He's on the ball right now, Samsonov. My feeling is that Boston gets a goal, and it might open it up a little bit as far as they might score a couple, or we'll see. Three on two here for Boston. Shot. Samsonov with a save. Well, pushing and shoving now. Oh, there we go. There we go. And broken up by the refs. He's just like, that's right. That's right. He signed with Dallas after to play with his son-in-law. That's 100% right. Remember that now. Wow, was Matthews was involved in the start of that pushing and shoving. Come on. What the hell did he miss 2 games for then if he's doing that in a game? Are you kidding me? Something fishy still about that injury of his. Boston now 6 shots to Toronto's 3. Still no score. 11-14 left in the first. And this really quick first 5 minutes has slowed down a little bit. Oh, that pass didn't get through. Too bad. Matthews wants to get the Bruins sick with close contact. Sick from what? Just like, yeah, he did with Dallas. He won the cup, Carbo. Reeves on the bench saying, yeah, if I were on the ice, I'd mess you up. That's what he's going to say. If I was out there, they wouldn't have won this game. You sure they would have, by bigger margin. Halfway through this first. Whistle. I thought I heard a whistle. Oh, shit, that was weird. Hey Lucas, yeah, I guess credit to Toronto. They seem a little bit better in the playoffs, but I don't know if it, you know, if they lose this series, they'll get a little more respect in the handshake line. You know, with COVID, I don't know. I think they're still aware of the COVID. I don't think anybody's sick. You haven't heard of any players having COVID in a while. Oh, that was really close. I don't know who the Boston player was, but he had that 5 hole open right there, and he just couldn't get his stick on the puck. I don't think. Anyways, commercial break, but so far so good. This has been it's had its moments already. It's definitely not as boring as the last game. Last game was kind of boring. A good part of that game. This is so far better, although the pace has slowed down a little bit. So we'll see how it how it progresses, but definitely the excitement is there. I just hope the Bruins pull it off. Oh, also, Lucas saying can't believe the series went 7. I mean, I called it in 7 when I called Boston in 7 for my bracket. Last 3 times they played, it's been 7. So no, I just I know what you mean by can't believe, and like you said, they seem after the 2 losses at home, game 3 and 4. But I mean that's the way it works sometimes. That's playoffs. Why are they showing this thumb with a face, giving some pep talk that he's horrible at doing? Yuck. Yeah, Joe. Last game, I could see that. I think some of the players were also. I mean, this game literally they can't afford either side. You can't afford to take a second off. You can't afford mistakes hardly. Big glove grab by Swayman, who's been the least worked. I mean, shots are 8-4 now for Boston. I guess the fifth one it'll be 8-5, but good save there. Boston doing what they got to do as far as the shot clock, because they were had 1 shot first period last game. Uh, Good job not seeing that happen again. Did I watch a good show lately? I'm not going to talk about that right now. It's just like we got first period still on in a playoff game, man. $8:15 left in the first. Come on, get that loose puck. Come on. Broken stick. All right. Cleared out. We have some pushing and shoving here. No? McAvoy right in on Samsonov. His big save, Samsonov. He kind of, his stick at least touched Samsonov. I'm surprised they didn't almost a fight here. Seven 12 left. I'm sorry. I was just waiting for them to drop the puck. Leafs have won 9 faceoffs to Boston's 4, so that's a problem Boston's been having late this series. Okay, why did he blow the whistle? I don't know why the ref blew the whistle there. Yeah, Joe, I know what you mean. That's playoff hockey, right? You want to go do something? No, I gotta wait. That was close, right at the front of the Bruins net. Boston seems just a little bit more engaged, and I wonder if that's going to be the difference. Puck goes over the glass. 6-12. Now there's some pushing and shoving there, right by the boards. Refs get in there, and nothing much comes of it. Labushkin and Frederick. The bees aren't the only ones buzzing tonight. Daryl, I think if they get, they're not going to get third. Third, they have hardly any chance for third. So it's first or second, fifth, sixth or seventh. Slight chance at fourth, I believe. Um, Probably Demidov, but they'll take the best player available at second. They get first, it's Celebrini. I don't think that's a question. Oh, that shot should have got through. Damn it! And it's not that it never could happen. By the way, it could happen. They could get the first or second pick. What if Chicago gets Celebrini? Oh, man, that's ridiculous. That's all I could say. We got like 5 minutes left here in the first. Shots still 9-4. No score still. Oh, some more pushing and shoving after the whistle. Didn't add up to much. Geeky and someone else. It's probably going to be Demidov if they get second. And then again, they could surprise us, right? You never know with them who they're picking. They surprised us 2 years in a row. Commercial break here with, I don't know, we're getting near the end of the period. Come on. Far too many commercials, in my opinion. Is Demidov a defenseman or forward? He's a forward. I believe a right winger. When I first heard of him, I thought he was a defenseman as well, but yeah, he's a forward. She's like, no, I have not talked about that because, I mean, it's $1 million. I mean, really? That's not a big thing. It's a cap penalty because of bonuses earned by the young players on ELCs. So you say it cap penalty like it's a penalty that they did something wrong. They didn't do anything wrong. If Chicago wins the draft lottery, they won't be able to enter the lottery for the next 5 years, I think. I don't give a shit. They shouldn't have been in the lottery for the first 5 years after what they got caught doing. So to win, if they get it 2 years in a row, no, there's something wrong. It's fixed. It's fixed, and they think we're stupid. 4:37 left there in the second. Is the fine $20 for what? What fine? Shots now 11-4 for Boston. So Toronto hasn't had a shot in a while. How do we check the bracket? You got to go to log into your account with the NHL thing there. You log in, and then it says something about checking the bracket. And, it's not hard to do. Is the fine $20 over the cap? There's no fine. It's not a fine. What it is when you have bonuses for these young guys with ELCs, you get bonuses. It's not calculated into the cap for this season. It goes over to next year. Or they're at the end, they used up all their cap, right? Because they're on LTIR money. So they have to pay it next year. So they get $1 million off the cap for that. But it's not a fine. A nice save there by Swayman off, I think, Nylander there on a breakaway, sort of. Actually, just I think the Slavkovsky thing is because of the goals. He got 20 goals, so I think that's what he got the bonus for. But I could be wrong. It could be the 50 points. Or it could be that he needed to get 20 goals and 50 points to get that bonus. I don't know. Under 4 left here in the first. Shots are now 10-5. They took one away from Boston. And they just got that one back anyway. Save Samsonov. Slav is getting paid well with that bonus. I don't know what other bonuses he might have, but yeah, I mean Slav, a good bit over $1 million. Because the ELC, you only tops out at 950,000, I think. That's the max on an ELC. $343 here. Toronto wins that draw, that sends it all the way down for an icing. So we'll do that again. It's still no score. 11-5 are the shots on goal for Boston. That's where we're at. Yeah, but just I was talking about season-wise, $950 a season. That's the max on an ELC. Plus bonuses, obviously. But salary, that's the max. And then it depends on how many years. Could be a 2-year ELC. Could be a 3-year ELC. Depends. Exactly. It's exactly like that. Slav entered a beauty contest. I don't know. Would he win one? Doubt it. It's kind of like neither of these teams wants to win. Or they're just too closely matched that they can't pull away from one can't pull away from the other. I see Slav staying right. Line one staying the way it is. Does that mean it will? No, it doesn't mean it will, but I see it that way. Chance here for Toronto, and they didn't make a call there. Nice. Good defensive play, I guess, by Lindholm on Willie Stiles breaking in. I think if he'd taken him down, that's a penalty. He didn't take him down. Not a penalty. Ooh, Swayman sort of bobbled Domi shot, but he hangs on for a whistle. Under 2 to go. Shots are 7-11. Lucky number. For who, though, is the luck? Boston, obviously, 11, and Toronto, 7. They must have got a couple here. Face-off is to the left of Swayman. Won by Toronto. They're definitely better at the dot in this series. Minute 15 left here in the first. Is for the dough, like you want to say it, D-O-U-G-H. Take the T away. So we'll have a face-off here with 1:12 left in the first. Yes, just that's an accurate saying. That is true. It's a golf thing. It's where I first heard it. Last minute of play in the first period. If you're going to score a goal, this is a great time, and I don't want them to do it. They've got that pressure, though, in the zone, Leafs, so Boston intercepts, and they come out. They're going to get an opportunity. We'll see, 30 seconds left. Yeah, Toronto is sort of hanging on to it. All right, they're in the zone. Shot from Tavares off something and out. So we're gonna have an intermission in 10 seconds worth of time. Breakdown was first period, I guess. Cleared down the ice. No icing. This will kill off the rest of the time. And we got a 0-0 tie after one. No score after one. Not surprised by that, unfortunately. So we got 18 minutes to talk about this first period. Anybody out there surprised at the score or the way the game is going? You know, my surprise is that it started out gangbusters. As far as pace. The team's sense of urgency already, right off the drop of the puck. That went away. It seemed like the last half of this period was kind of like last game. So I'm disappointed in that. I would like to see a full game of that first 5 minutes of play. All right. I told you what I thought. What do you guys think out there for that, what I was talking about? Best player of the first period? Best player of the first period. Nobody really stood out for me. Yeah, nobody stood out for me on either side. So my glasses are dirty. Yes, they are. Let's clean them a little bit. Dirty glasses. I hate dirty glasses. Much better. Samsonov, just because he didn't screw up. Yeah, maybe you're right. Samsonov is the only one that made an impression by not being bad in the first. So maybe we're seeing that Samsonov from game 2. I know Toronto freaking hopes so. But nobody else. I can't think of. Nothing's coming to mind of anybody that did anything over and above everybody else. But I mean, Swayman is equal to the task. Now they've gotten 8 or 9 shots, Toronto, so it's not just a couple. So, you know. You won't be surprised if the Habs fall to 6. That's actually the most likely spot that they will pick from is 6. Highest percentage is for them to pick from 6. Which means more than likely one team winning the lottery comes from ahead of them, one team from behind them. And then they'll only drop back one. And, you know, that would be great if that's all. I'd rather them at 6 than 7. And then I'd rather them at 5. But that means, you know, they're sitting in 5. So 2 of the top 4 teams have to win the lotteries for them not to move. And if that's going to happen, I hope it's one of them. They get one of their, and they move up. Leafs have no choice but to depend on Samsonov, and depends, because if you're depending on Samsonov, you need to wear a depends. How's that for my answer? You guys agree or don't agree? Okay, so it says there's 20 people here. So, yeah, your guys' thoughts on how the first period went. In your mind, does it change your opinion of who might win this game? I don't see how that could. Yeah. And was I right about what I said about Samsonov, and that just because he's in net doesn't mean this is, you know, that he's going to lose? I think it's more likely, but I don't think it means that. I mean, he had a good first period. Nothing you can say about that. He had a good first period. Stop the leakage. Get the pens. Endorsed by Donald Trump. The official diapers of the Trump campaign. Could be overtime. Just that. Enjoy your sandwich there, Joe. I'm not surprised to hear that I'm right, Joe. Hey, baby. What's FO for? Could be face off. Could be fuck off. Renegade Man. Yeah, I think you might be right there. It's going to be hard to say for sure who's going to go after Celebrini. I think it's going to be Demidov. I don't mean to talk about Trump diaper Don. Didn't see the new ad by the Lincoln what are they called? The Lincoln Group, whatever. Uh, um, um, Trump diapers. He's putting out a new line of diapers. Hey there, Joe. That's where my joke comes from. Who's I kind of said that, right? Doesn't it look like neither team seems to want to win this game, but or afraid to lose or choke? And that's it's got to be in their heads a little bit, don't you think? Though on both sides, it's got to be in their heads a little bit. Although the longer it stays tied like this going into the game, the longer that I imagine it bolsters both of them in their confidence. Last two games were slower, but it slowed down in the first period, slowed down after the first 10 minutes. I would think we're probably going to get a similar second period. And then we're going to get a pretty good third period because at that point, neither team, they know they got to face Florida on Monday. Neither team wants to go to overtime. It's got to open up at some point, I figure that's the third period when they got no choice. So we might see no score until then, unless the goalie screws up on a shot, or a defenseman makes a stupid mistake, or there's a power play, which there has not been yet. This might be the last game that I'm going to do this season. I'm not committing to anything. Even if the Leafs win, I'm not committing to next round yet. I'll have to make up my mind. But I'm not committing because this would be like if the Leafs win, I'd be interested to follow them till they lose. If the Bruins win, I don't necessarily have any interest in them versus Florida per se. So, and as far as my partners saying they want to do another round, I don't know that I trust in that I'm not going to commit. So this could be the last game I do of the season. I don't know. Depends on my mood. If I'm going to do a game, you'll get a notification, I would imagine. I can't say more than that because I don't want to say I'm going to do something and then I don't end up doing it. So I'd rather not say for now. And as you can see, I am alone here, so I can tell you, wasn't that important to the other guys, I guess. I can't really speak for them, but for me, I was definitely doing this first round, and I don't know. Hey, Andre. So we'll go to if I don't do another game, we'll go back to Wednesday and Saturday night shows, and we've got other things happening, and there's going to be all kinds of stuff happening. Talking Habs all the way to the Cup. I don't know that I have the energy to do the games by myself. To do another 3 series, I don't think I got the energy for that. To be very honest, if they're here with me, it's not all me talking all night. It's tiring, and we're at the end of the year. It's not the Habs in there. I mean, I'd get re-energized if it were the Habs in the playoffs, 100%, but it's not. So yeah, I just gotta, I'll be hitting my off-season schedule, which doesn't bother me to do. I'm happy to do that because there's no series. Like if Boston wins here, There's no series that I'm into. I don't particularly like Florida, so to cheer for Florida against Boston, don't feel like it that much. Um, there's no series that really interests me. I'll watch some of it, but to do this, I don't think so. Alone, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not going to comment further on that, Lucas. He's also very superstitious, and he's not handling this well. That's all I know. So it is what it is. If Leafs win the series, like I said, Andre, I'm going to think about it. I'll think about it tomorrow and decide tomorrow. I'm probably leaning towards no for some reason. I'm really kind of tired and burnt out from this. My season's over. Like I said, though, if it were the Habs, it'd be totally different because, I don't really have a dog in the fight, even though, okay, Leafs again, I don't want them to win, but I don't really have a dog in the fight, Well, Lucas, I'm hoping next year, yeah, we'll be doing playoff games. Live for Aiken. Sorry, I just saw that live for lottery. Yes, of course. I'm live for the lottery every year. The finals could be a possibility if I don't do second and third round. If there's something particular, like maybe there's a reason why the finals will be really, really exciting, and there's a good shot. And then again, if I don't know, we'll see. I can only talk for myself. I haven't really discussed it with the other guys. And it's not that they're going to see this and go, "Hey, Rick, why were you talking about that?" And they're not going to see that. So I'm no worry about that. Born to be a Hab. That's exactly why I won't do that series. I'm not. I don't want to do a series where every start is 9 or 10 or 10:30. No, I'm just not doing that. I hate those games. I'm not doing that on purpose, man. They should be coming back soon for this second period. We will see how it goes. All right, so it's time for predictions for second period. How do you guys feel second period will go? I already said I kind of think it's going to be a lot like this first period. I don't think it. I really feel it's going to, unless there's like a goal of either a fluky goal, a lucky goal, might change how it goes. But if it stays like this, third period should be pretty good. That's my prediction. But how do you guys feel? Hey, Drew, how's it going, Drew? Let's go bees. Oh, that's how I feel for sure. Yeah. Since you're here, how do you? I guess it's a stupid question, but how do you feel for your round two series? I'll be honest, and it's not to because you're an Oilers fan, but no, I think the Oilers. If I have to pick between those two, I'm going with Oilers. Don't ask me why. I know probably on paper. Man, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm right on that on paper. Vancouver might be the better team, but no, I'm thinking the Oilers are going to win that series. if their goaltending holds up, right? But then Vancouver's got issues. Although I think Demko could be back in the second round. Joe says Canucks. Is that because your mom? Is it you that said your mom won't root for an American team? I know somebody said their mom said that. Yeah, no, I'm thinking Edmonton there. I'm not sure what my bracket. Oh, let me bring that up. Let's see what I said in my bracket and see if I changed my mind because maybe I did. Hang on, bracket. What did I have? Second round. You see, I had Canucks in the second round in my bracket, and yet when it comes time to now we're at the second round, I kind of have a different opinion, and that happens, right? Because obviously that was done before any playoffs were played. So there you go. Hey, maybe I was trying to kiss ass a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I was. I don't think I was. Who's rolling? That's who Drew says. Well, I'm rolling off and on all day. I'm rolling, just not the same thing. Yeah, I don't know. If you have to ask me, for some reason, what team do I like better? Oddly, it's Edmonton. I don't know why I say oddly, but it is Edmonton. If I have to say who I like better, they're getting back for the second. I don't know why. There's something about the Canucks right now. I don't think I like them. Ah, there you go. That's what I thought. It was you that said that. You picked Canucks in the bracket? Yeah, I picked Canucks in the bracket too. All right, well, we're gonna have a face-off any second now. Oh, my nose just got really itchy there. Ah, Jesus. Face-off won by Toronto. Toronto's killing them at the dot. Killing them at the dot. Yeah, in my opinion. Samsonov with a good save there because I think Nyes screened him a bit. So he sort of did. It's a good save there by Samsonov, even with Nyes standing right in front of him. Come on, Bruins. Hate that I have to say that, but I do. Joe, I'm not sure what you're saying. You screwed up two teams in the bracket, or you didn't? He was saying sorry, 23. Looked like he was trying to feed him something, but I'm not saying what. We're almost 2 minutes in. And we get an icing call with, was it a minute 57 seconds into the second? It seems the PLD experiment in LA has come to an end. Looks like they're trying to move him. Yes. So glad Montreal did not make a deal for him. Just so glad. Yeah, Joe, when I did the video for the how to do the brackets, I did a second bracket. I changed my picks for the Islanders and Jets, took the Jets and Islanders, and they lost. So that bracket is screwed. But this one is still good. If I get the game tonight, penalty to Toronto. It was a delayed one. It's now whistle went. If I get this game tonight and pick up the Dallas game, I'm good. But anyways, the point is I am the leader of the bracket challenge right now. So I'm happy about that. Hey, BL? BL says Oilers in 7 for the, yeah. Edmonton better keep Orland Kurtenbach off the score sheet. I know at least who Orland Kurtenbach is. I just don't know who you are referencing as an Oiler or a Vancouver Canuck. Orland Kurtenbach. Good old name from the past. Oh, another shot through traffic. God damn Samsonov making the saves, man. What the hell's going on here? Surprised he made that one. I mean, there was a Bruin right in front of him. Come on, Bruins, you got to capitalize on this power play. You got to. It seems like they were getting power play goals till the last game or two, and then it dried up a bit, no? Game 6, they were 0 for 1. They only had 1? Oh, maybe that's why it dried up. Ah. Wow, that was almost a huge mistake by Swayman. Jesus Christ. Like, was that overconfidence there? Just bobbled the puck and left it behind him like that? Wow. 52 seconds left on the power play for Boston. Almost gave up a shorty. This power play doing nothing. And cleared down. You're streaming his stuff now? What does that mean? Yeah, so they kill off this. Toronto kills it off. Shots are 13 to 10. Boston got one shot on that power play. Still no score, and we are almost 4.5 minutes into the second. There was like, what, a little scrum in front of the net, and too bad Boston had a good opportunity there that they didn't see where the puck was. Too bad. Too bad. Don't worry. If you call them Slayman, I still know who you mean. Looks like we're going to get a Boston penalty. Maybe. Is that what I saw? Swayman just got lucky there. That's all I can say. And then here, Jesus, no player there, no Boston guy there. They're gonna call that when they didn't call. They didn't call that play last game against Toronto. That was way worse than this, and they called this. Are you kidding me? No, they're not kidding me. It's fire for the course. Your internet is acting up. It sucks, man. Nothing worse than bad internet. Oh, sorry for you. Sorry to hear that, there, BL. The first minute of the power play is gone. Four on two there for a second. Save Swayman, and then the Toronto player, I don't know who that is, just went right into the goalie. Not hard. Like sort of just grabbed him for Yarncroc. And what? He didn't expect to get jumped like that? The hell was that about? Oh, he kind of got pushed into him. Okay. Okay. I see. He got pushed into him. I get it. It's Orthodox Easter in Russia. Better watch out for the Ukrainians. $35 seconds left on Toronto's power play. And Boston cleared it, so 10 seconds left on their power play. They still have the puck, though, in the zone. Okay, killed off, but can they get to full strength? A couple of chances there, though. Now they're at full strength, so a couple of chances for Toronto there. Yeah, PL, again, I hear that. He's looking great. Or good, like you say. So we are 12:59 left in the second. Toronto now up 16-13 in shots, but there is still no score. So Toronto has found some legs in the second. Domi sticks his ass in the goalie's face. Oh man. Get your stinky ass out of my goalie's face. They took a shot away from Toronto. It's 15-13 now. That might be Lucas, but still same result, both sides. Penalty coming up to someone. Toronto player just going like, so I don't know if there's a penalty to him or what. No, probably not. Maybe it was an offside call. He didn't like it. They call that. Was that an icing call? That shouldn't have been icing. Guy touched the puck. That was weird. Commercial break. He should be gone for 5 minutes. Sprayman now. We got a new name for him. Killed off that penalty on his own. A bit. There were a few shots there against him. But like I said, in the end, the result was the same. Neither team scored on the power play. It's not how you start; it's how you finish. They started the penalty, whatever. At the end, they finished without giving up a goal. That's what matters. All right. Commercial break over. Come on. Still no indication of who's going to win this game. That's for sure. I really hope this doesn't go to overtime. Oh, excuse me. Joe, looks like it's going to come down to the goaltending. Excuse me. Aside from the first game where it was 5-1, it's been very close, scoring wise. 8 minutes gone now here in the second. Icing against Boston. So Toronto only up 3 faceoffs, 20-17 so far in this game. I thought it was way more than that. Bigger differential than that. But apparently not. Some pressure here by Toronto. Yeah, Boston picks up a puck and it doesn't clear it. Now they do. Whistle. Looks like it's a penalty against Toronto. Past a broken between the two defensemen, and so there must have been a hook or something like that holding. If your TV's freezing up, Joe, take it outside in the sun. That ought to help. Commercial break here again. I think we're at, I'm not sure if it's past the halfway point or right at it, the halfway point of the period. Pouring water on it could help. Hot water. Definitely pour hot water on it and see that helps. And it's important that you keep it plugged in while you pour the hot water on it. Very important. Don Cherry is screaming, let them play? As what? As opposed to what? Like, it's not like there's one was it one power play each? Or maybe it's 2-1. I'm not sure, but the rest have been putting the whistles away, if you ask me, in general. Hooking on Nyes with 10:06 left in the second. And I mean, no doubt that's hooking. Got the stick around him. So it's Boston's second power play of the night. But they're not winning as easily as I thought they might. It's a tougher series for them, and let's hope Dallas pulls it off. I don't know about the microwave. You got to have a really big microwave though, Joe, for that. Okay, what just happened here? Oh man, to Zach, I couldn't get a stick on that. $124 left in the power play for Boston. How many minutes on mine? What? But the time is 9:12 right now. In the second, left in the second. Power play has 1:13 left on it, as I said it. Shoot. Don't shoot. Get taken away from you. Oh, good save there by Swayman. I don't know who number 24 is. All alone. I think Duar. 32 seconds left on the power play. Almost a shorthanded goal there for Toronto. Is that Dewar now? Yeah, it is Dewar. Your totally legal streaming site is starting to lag. Yeah, Sportsnet did that to me all the time. Lag, buffer, all kinds of stupid shit. Oh, penalty here. Nyes goes into the goalie, but that's not the penalty. He was tripped, I guess. Anyway, Toronto power play. I mean, you know what? I don't know what you do because Nyes could have scored there. I mean, you got to take a penalty here and trip him up. But he went and bowled the goalie over and everything. Let's see it again. They're giving up these kind of plays. Yeah, that's a trip. Jeez. Sorry, guys, can't help it about you being behind. I'm used to that. Penalty shot? I don't know. Nope. It seems that they're underway again. No penalty shot. No penalty either. No penalty. Oh, I'm surprised at that. I'm surprised at that. No penalty. Yeah, Joe's probably weather. How was there no penalty on that? I was sure he tripped him. Wow. Leafs if they lose, Leafs fans are going to say, "Oh, there should have been a penalty there," and they're right, in my opinion, anyway. Chance for Nylander right in front. He couldn't put it through Swayman's pads. Then he tripped all over himself and headed to the bench. Under 6 left in the second. Under they are, so they have to be. I don't see how that's not called. Right? I mean, in a situation like that where he's coming in at the net, how that's the kind call you have to make, but apparently not. Now we're just getting back and forth, back and forth. Cover up by Samsonov with 5:02 left in the second. Commercial. A lot of commercials tonight. All right. What do you guys think so far? We are getting down. What is it? 5 minutes left. You think goal? We're gonna get a goal in this next 5 minutes of play? I don't know. Personally, can't tell. Really hard to tell when they're gonna open the scoring here. Both goalies playing well. So I mean that's a big thing. Samsonov surprising all of us. Huzu, probably both, but the viable refs, that's what I think is going on. I mean, obvious. It seems obvious. How do they? I wonder what they think it looks like. I don't know. I don't even think they care. Andre, you think there'll be a goal in these next 5 minutes? Refs like to bet too. It's not about that. If anything, it's not that they're betting, but they're working for the betting companies. Wow, that was close for Toronto there. Good save, Swayman. Down to 4 minutes left here in the second. Toronto getting some good chances. Boston cannot get out of their zone. You can't get the puck even. Ah, saved by Samsonov. Boston with some good chances there, too. Under 3 now. Puck goes out. Some good chances both sides there with 2:40 left in the second. Toronto with 21 shots now to Boston 16, though. Face off to the right of Samsonov this time. Gotta hit the net, man. Under 2. Some good pressure here by Boston now. They've been getting more zone time here. With Toronto having trouble keeping it out of their zone. And of course, as I said that, they clear it and get down into Boston's. Always works like that. Boston comes right back out, though. Not for long. And we get an offside at the Boston line. This is big boy hockey. Sort of. I mean, to say big boy hockey, I was expecting to have gotten a little more physical. It's not really that yet. Aren't the Leafs supposed to fold up like a cheap tent? Still time. Third period. I said that would happen in the third period if it's going to. So we're not there yet. But I don't really think it's like that. I don't see Boston. If they win this, it's not going to be like by 5 goals in the third. I see this as another 1-goal game in the end. The player, though, that has totally disappeared out there, and I don't even know if he's out there at all in the last 10 minutes, is Matthews. So clearly Matthews not at 100%. But I haven't noticed Matthews in a little bit. We got 48 seconds left now in this second period. Zaka gets tossed out of the circle. Pasta taking it now. Shot right off of the draw out of play. Hang on, I just want to open up my door. Get some air in this room. That's why. That's why there's no air in my room. My door was closed. That's better. It was getting warm in here. Icing against Toronto. The hemorrhoids are dogging him. I don't think it's hemorrhoids, but I do think it's his back. I do think it's his back now. We'll find out eventually. Like when they're out after the season, where whenever they get knocked out, if it's tonight or whatever, we'll find out what it was at some point. I think. 1.6 seconds left. Again, icing. I guess with 1.6 seconds, if Toronto wins the draw and they can get a shot right off that, there's a chance to get a goal, I guess. I mean, you got to get it like right off the draw. Puck comes to you, you shoot. They tried. It was Matthews too. That they got it to him, but he couldn't get the shot away. So he's there. There you go. So it is still no score after 2 this time. I'm taking a minute to go to the little NHL players room. I'll be back in a minute, so just hang on. All right, I am back. I can breathe again. All right. Andre, yeah, I don't bet because I don't like to lose money. But yeah, no score after 2. All right. What do you guys think of that period? And the question begs, do we get any goals before they go to overtime? Even because that might not happen. It's not often you get a 0-0 after 3 when you go to overtime, no score, so 2 shutouts basically. But it happens. I've seen 1 or 2 in my day. So we'll be on whatever you guys want to talk about. You ask me a question and I will answer you, I promise. Or make a statement. Tell me who you think might score in the third. Which player from each side? Who gets the first goal? And essentially, is the first goal going to win it? The way they're playing now, I don't know. I do expect the third period to be, I hope, a little more physical and I hope it's Boston that starts knocking them around and puts a puck in. Or Samsonov just, lets in a goal and then the floodgates open, maybe. That's what I'm hoping for. Let me know what you think right here in the chat. Do you want me to just shut up? You can say that. Let me know. If Boston plays against Florida, imagine the memes in relation to cats. I'm not getting one. I don't know. I'm not imagining it well. I mean, it's a rematch of last season's opening round. Excuse me. That came on suddenly. I don't expect Boston to have much chance in that series, though. If that either team, I don't expect either team has a hope in hell. And it certainly doesn't help that they get 1 day's rest in between tonight and they got Sunday off and Monday first game. Cats and rats in particular. Oh, the rat getting eaten by the cats. So how do you feel this third period is going to go? Are you surprised there's no scoring so far? Are you surprised at how well Samsonov's been playing so far? Something got in this. You see the way that's burning? Something got in there. Tastes weird too. Must be really good for my lungs. Yeah, it's burnt through. Where are the Beantown boys in Beantown? Doing other things. Because, Game 7, it's not important. Nah. Not important for the channel. Why would it be? You know what they say anyway. You can't trust the kids. Got to get the old guys out. They're reliable. That's me. I'm here. I started this series. I'm damn well going to finish it. I am glad it's the last game, though, I have to say. Did they ever say why Wall is out? What I saw or heard is he's got an injury that happened at the end of the game, last game. They showed probably where it happened. He was making a couple of saves. He had to dive cross crease, and I think he hurt his knee. This is the theory I saw. And that was from the idiots on the panel. They do a little bit of, I think, a half-hour show before the game starts. It was from those guys. So I have no idea who the backup goalie is, if it's Wall or if it's their fourth string guy. I think it's the fourth string guy. Or, I guess the third string guy. Wall second. Yeah, I guess that's how it is. Who knows? If Leafs lose, at least there won't be Leafs jerseys this evening at the Sydney Ice Dogs game. Well, you're in the future. You guys already know if they're not going to. Really? Do you get a lot of Leafs jerseys there? Or I should be saying, are the Leafs popular in? Let's see. You are in Sydney. Are they popular there in Sydney? Both goalies have been good. I said it right. Goaltending. I listed that first because goaltending was going to be the big thing here. So far, special teams have been good. The PKs have been good. The power plays have not. The refs missed calls, obvious calls, and well, we haven't seen yet really who wants it more because it's different points. Each team kind of looks like they want it now, and then the other team takes over. So it's hard to tell. So my predictions for what's going to be important in this game, so far, sort of right. Hey, Guru, how's it going, man? Game so far, very tight, no score, 2 periods over. Goaltending is good. Samsonov in for Toronto. Surprisingly, he's been good. And that's where we're at. Just no offense yet. 2 periods in. Hopefully, it'll only take one more period to solve this, and I hope it won't go to overtime. I honestly don't know that I'm going to do any overtime. We'll see. I might do the first period, and then that's it. I don't know. It better not go to overtime. It's the only thing I don't like about doing this and then covering the playoffs is that you don't know when it's going to end. Well, that's good. I'm glad they're not the most popular team, Joe. Pajama Boy being interviewed. His fourth career game 7. He has a total of 1 goal in those 4 games. Boy, Tavares steps up in the big game, doesn't he? Joe, in other words, there's a little bit of a mix there of teams that they are popular. That's good to see. Because if it goes to overtime, it's like a little bit past my bedtime. That's the problem, man. It never ends. You mean the game? Yeah, don't say that. I do have to say this though. Honestly, I'm a little surprised with Boston. A little bit. I mean, I know they haven't been playing well, but I would have thought they'd step up a little more. But so far, neither team has been able to step up any more than they already have. And that's why it's 0-0 after 2. Oy. I mean, mostly though, hope it doesn't go to overtime because I'm tired and I don't feel like doing overtime. Hockey never ends. Well, I mean, it does. When I started doing this, I thought, it shouldn't be that bad. I worked during the season. I got all summer off. But you quickly realize that you can't take long periods of time off doing this. So you're right. It never ends. It just gets less busy and more busy. That's it. Lucas, for both sides, right? I mean, first game kind of thought, okay, it's going to be all Boston. And then Boston just dried up on their scoring, really. And yeah, I mean, the Leafs You'd think they'd be, they'd score a lot, but typical in the playoffs. Yeah, it's been a very low scoring series in my opinion. So after 6 games of it, not a surprise that there's no score after 2. But I really would have thought Boston had more, and this game they would step up a little bit. We'll see with the third period, but it hasn't happened yet. So tomorrow, got game 1 in round 2, Carolina, New York, and you got game 7 in round 1 of Dallas and Vegas. So that's odd. That's just a little bit odd. Looks like they're really want to rush these playoffs through. Is that what it is? Like, that's odd that second round starts before the first round's fully ended. Bringing Duclair? You mean like a stopgap measure? No, I wouldn't bring in Duclair. Oh, Andre, don't say 2 OTs. I don't want to do 2 OTs. Imagine if the Habs picked Yzerman in this draft. That's a possibility. I mean, he's kind of ranked though later in the like I think at the end of the top 10 or just after the top 10. Anyway, we'll see. I say Iginla, but I don't know. How do I know? The good thing is the draft lottery is coming up on Tuesday. So we're going to finally find out where they're going to draft from. So I'm glad for that. They're just showing the new Planet of the Apes movies. You'd think if they were that intelligent and they got that intelligent, that they'd learn how to make clothes. I don't know why that's important, but that's the thought that just came to me. Where is Winnipeg setting at now? I think you got to wait till after the first round to know exactly. So I don't know. I'm not sure how that works. Where it's figured out where their pick is, to be honest. From what I understand, though, should be anywhere from 23rd to 27th. I don't know if I'm right about that. Come on, let's get to that third period already before I get too tired. Yeah, Renegade Man, I get where you're coming from. I kind of think though this year it'll be the year where they, even if it's not your guy, you're not going to be unhappy like crazy like the last 2 seasons where people were just livid. So we'll see. They're going to get a good player. That's pretty much assured. Oh, excuse me. That came out suddenly again. Well, the surprise after two, Boston, a minute and a half longer in the offensive zone. Didn't seem like that. Well, we're back for the third. They listened to me and said, well, get out there. Rick needs you out there. Sheldon Keefe, the thumb with a face. Human thumb with a face. Human thumb. We're underway. No, we're going to get a decision here in the third, or we're going to go to overtime. I don't know, but we are now going to find out. Come on. Pace is definitely better. Good save there. Edmondson shot, save Swayman. Pace is back to being kind of like it was when they opened up when the game started. We'll see how long that lasts. And if we get some offense produced. Marner, 5 career game sevens, 2 assists. Now you know why they don't do well in game sevens. We're 2 minutes into the third. Shots now at 23-18. Toronto up on that, but still no score. Who's going to get that first goal? Are we going to get to the point where it's next goal wins the game before we get a first goal? Icing. No, offside here. Toronto. $17:24 left in this in regulation. I'll say that. No score. Face off won by Toronto. Almost a lucky bounce. Damn it. Not even going to acknowledge your comment there, Renegade Man. Not looking at it again. Pasternak needs to step up. 2 shots and only 3 attempts. I mean, this is not good. Okay, Barnaby Hab. I guess that explains. It's still confusing. We'll find out eventually where it is. $32 to 22 face-off wins for Toronto. That's the difference. So they are dominating at the dot. Oh, almost just dribbled in there. Nets off the mooring. Nah, we're going to get a goal before the end of this period. I don't drink coffee. And I'm almost out of the stuff keeping me up now, so almost 4 minutes gone now in the third. Oh, nice moves there. I don't know who 55 is. Brazeau. Nice moves by Brazeau there. Got a shot away, and the puck went out. Good chance. That's probably the best chance in a while, it feels like. He hit he hit the tip at the top there. I forget what you call that. Oh, the tape wrap there. He hit that with the puck. God damn it. God damn it. Whistle because it's offside, I guess. Is that why the whistle? Didn't look like it. If we do go to overtime, I'll probably do the first one, but I'm going to take like a 3 or 4 minute break. I just walk around for a few minutes because my legs need me to walk around soon. It's also not healthy to sit so long. But hopefully Boston will put it, they won't need to do that. Boston's going to get a goal here somewhere, and they're going to win this game. That's what's going to happen. Just over 5 minutes in now. I don't have a lawn chair or lazy boy to watch. This is a lazy boy, actually. My desk chair, it goes back and out like a lazy boy. I don't think I'm going to do that on air. No, I'll do the first overtime. Hopefully, it'll be over by then. If it goes there, it's not. I mean, there's still a lot of hockey left for that. So, hell, the last game we thought that was going to be 0-0 into overtime, and they scored with a few minutes left, Toronto. So it might happen here. One of these teams will score eventually. It's definitely tight stick time for both of these teams. They're both getting nervous, more nervous. You got to think as this goes along. Pressure, pressure, pressure. So we got what? That was an offside, or there was? I think it was the linesman with his arm up. So I guess it's an offside. Aiken, I said this at the beginning of the period, right? Like, are we gonna get down to where its next goal wins this game and there's no score yet? Like, that's crazy. But it happens rarely, but it happens. They're not there yet. They're not there yet by about I'm not sure where they're at. Shit. 10 minutes before we get there, really. But anyway, still enough time for more than one goal to be scored, obviously. So, but man, it just has the feel that this is what's going to happen. We're going to go to overtime, and there will be no score in the regulation time. It just has this feeling. Not really happy about that, but it is what it is. We can't help that. We're not there. There have been Guru. I mean, playoff time, right? Playoff time, scoring goes down. Parity in the league as well, right? So that's where we're at. Guaranteed this at some point today or early tomorrow morning, this game will be over. But quite frankly, it was an 8:00 start. This game should already pretty much be over as far as regulation time. It's running late. I thought this was a fast game. This is not. Turned out not to be a fast game. It did seem like it was going to be a fast game. Oh, well. $13-15 left in regulation. Well, pass to get a shot. He does a little backhand shot as he's going around the net. Save Samsonov. Why the late start today? Saturday, it's because it's 8:00 because it's Saturday night, And tonight, only game in tonight. So because of that, they make it 8:00. That's the only explanation I know. BL, it's been a hell of a series, and at times very boring too. But no, I guess you're right. I think this game is a little more boring than exciting, unfortunately. So we got 7 minutes gone here in the third, and we're still tied 0. 24 shots for Toronto, 20 for Boston. About as close as you can get. Come on, be ready for it, man. Jesus. Frederick, just great opportunity, and he just seemed like he wasn't ready for it. Right in the slot. Is that why hockey? ESPN? That makes sense, actually, that ESPN demanded the 8:00 starts. But on Saturday nights, it's not unusual, but I think you might be right that that's what it is. Anyways, it's 8:00 start tonight. What can you do? But it's almost 10:40. Basically, this game should be farther along, so it's been a little bit. It started out really fast, and somewhere it slowed down. I think it was the second period. A lot of face-offs. Felt like anyway. A lot of whistles. Speaking of which, we get one here. Starting to feel like it's football taking so long. Another face-off win for Toronto. Puck off a stick and out. A lot of commercials, BL. It is a lot of commercials tonight. Bruins are fan said, I got dinner reservations. The wife is getting pissed. Wicked pissed. Fans chanting, let's go Bruins. I don't think it's going to help. Tripping, come on. That's again. And they score. Like, fuck off. Toronto scores after tripping. Should have been a tripping penalty. I said refs are going to play a big part in this game. There, that's a tripping call. Right there, this play doesn't happen. Again, 2 games in a row. Opening goal. That's just horrible. Trey Living about to come in his pants. Well, that's the game. Leafs are probably going to win this. Well, that was a great chance there by Edmondson. Good save there, Swayman. Leafs are energized. Why shouldn't they be? They just got the break of the game. Refs just hand it to them on a platter. And I don't care who is playing. That's just totally wrong. You can say what you want, but that should have been a penalty. That play doesn't happen. Good, bad, or ugly, doesn't matter. Bruins are effed big time now because the pressure that they're under here now, and they got to get this goal. Oh, how did they not get that? And they do. It's a tie game. Wow. Phew. Back to tie game. I think that was who was 55 again? Can't remember his name. Oh, Lindholm got it. So good save on one side by Swayman. Puck goes the other way. They get a chance. It goes over the net, and then boom, bing, bang, bong, as Trump likes to say, and it's in the net. See, I thought 55 got it. Brazeau. I don't know why. Jeez, I don't know why I thought Brazeau. Anyway, we got it back to tied. Still not over. At this point, the refs better not call anything. You're not going to call those whatever. Don't call anything the rest of the way. It was an unhappy Leaf fan screaming. Really? Crying, you mean? Anyways, I'm glad. Outcome still in doubt, but now it's almost sheer force of will. Who wants this game more? Icing or offside here. I don't know which one. 8:09 left in the regulation. Heating up in the third. Heating up big time in the third now. Boston controls after the draw. Good save there by Samsonov, unfortunately. Ah, God damn it. Nobody there. Offside. Hey, Thomas. Honestly, BL, maybe as soon as next season, but I think two is probably accurate. But I think next year is a possibility for sure. Not out of the question, I'll say. Anyways, let's put it that way. 7:36 left in regulation. It's 1-1. Shots are tied at 27. This game could not be closer. I wonder if Keefe is taking it all in, as this could be the very final moments of his Leafs coaching stint. Could be. We'll see. Commercials, of course. Definitely nervous time. I wouldn't want to be a fan of either team, honestly. Our offense and goaltending is not playoff ready yet. Um, the thing is, every year in the offseason, right, there's improvements. The guys get older, they get better. We don't know till next season happen. It's hard to say. As I said, I thought you were probably right with the 2 years, but I think you can't overlook that next year's a possibility. Things could break right for them, like other teams. Injuries, things like that could really make a difference, and they could be just good enough to just hang in there and make it. I mean, there's lots of ways. Anyway, we'll see. I think their focus is going to change next year from development to, focusing to try to get a playoff spot more so than they have in this rebuild. Boy, 7:26 left in regulation. Face off at center ice. Won by the Leafs. Tavares shot. Swayman save. We'll have a face off there. $6:36 to go. Come on. This stupid move. Six minutes left in regulation. Some good opportunities for Boston, but they just can't get one to the net. Why can't I show you the screen? Like, serious question? Something called copyright. Down to almost 5 minutes left in the regulation. 1-1 still, 28 shots apiece, as close as can be. Why that was whistled down. 4:19 left in regulation. 1-1 tie. Another commercial break. Need the money. Well, we're definitely getting to the end of this period anyway. Looks like it. I mean, it looks more and more like overtime. I think with 4:19 left, we're at that point where you can say that probably next goal wins this game, right? I mean, it's enough time probably for 2 goals. Like the last time it did happen within less, but I mean, it's getting there. Edge of your seat time. Which team wants it more? Which team has more left in the tank? Could be also. Man, can you imagine if Boston loses this? First professional team in history to lose back-to-back years when they're up 3-1. That's crazy. And the fact that that's not just in hockey, that's any sport, all sports. You're the first ones to do that if they lose tonight. Pressure is on them big time. And Boston, well, pressure to win whatever is always on them because they can't in playoffs. Oh, I hate to see it too, Barnaby. Oh, woe is me for the fans. Man, ref, get out of the goddamn way. What was that about? Icing against Toronto. Just under 4 minutes left in regulation. Game 7, 1-1 tie. Shots tied at 28. I don't know how you get much closer than this. Oh, almost a bad giveaway by McAvoy. And then he almost did it again. And allows the Leafs to keep the puck in and get their chances here. And now Boston gets possession, gets it out. And then DeBrusk trips on the puck, I think. Three minutes left in regulation. Do I think Monahan will read? No, I don't. Leafs in the offensive zone. Bruins. And they get something here. Oh, that was so goddamn close. Slap shot from the high slot. Icing against Toronto. 1:52 left in regulation. We are like most definitely next goal wins this game. Face off is to the right of Samsonov. $1:25 left here in the regulation. We're going overtime. Fifty seconds. God, 25 seconds. Yeah, we're going overtime. Uh-oh. Wow, that was as close. Yeah, we're going to overtime. Wow. Oh, lucky bounce if Swayman was Good. So we're going to overtime. Great. Lovely. Going to overtime. Yeah, Joe, I don't think they're re-signing Monahan. All right. So listen, we're in intermission. I'm just taking a few minutes, stretch my legs, refill my drink, and I'll be right back. Okay. And we'll do the first overtime. And hopefully it'll end there. Be right back. I'm back. All right. Hopefully refreshed a little bit. Hopefully they don't do a full intermission. Do they do a full intermission? I don't remember. Hopefully not. Treliving. Looks like his job was on the line here. He's so happy they got that first goal. Monahan didn't help his case with the playoffs he had. I don't know that would be their decision would be based on that though. BL. I don't see. How do I want to put it? I think with that Lane Hudson got here, he looked as good as he did. I honestly think that means that they don't they should be looking for somebody younger if they're going to sign a player of that kind of caliber, a free agent like that. I think they should look for a younger guy and be serious about it. Where Monahan, I don't know. I don't think it makes sense to go after Monahan. I know I didn't put it well, but I don't think it'll happen. Besides, also, Monahan's not, I mean, he's going to be looking for some serious money. Renegade Man, I was thinking exactly that. The guy with all the makeup? Yeah. Matt assures me, though, that at Boston games, it's okay. You can get away with that. They're not lunatics there, and they don't try to beat you up. Apparently, that Matt assures me this is the case there. So it's not Philadelphia. It's not New York. I've never been there for that, so I don't know. But Matt assures me. Also assured me on many nights that he'd be here, and he didn't. So maybe his assurance isn't all it's cracked up to be. My thought on Lane Hudson for next season is he's going to do just fine. Loved what I saw from that kid. He's going to make every game exciting as hell. That's what I think. So it is. Getting overtime in a game 7. You know, there's nothing better than that, especially when a team you actually like is in there. But and also when there's a team you absolutely hate and you're going for the other team. So, you know, it's still exciting. Toronto can't win this overtime. No. I don't know. I hope not. I really do. I only got 2 doobies rolled left. I don't have enough left. Just joking. We lost the pick because Winnipeg is eliminated. It depends how you look at it. When that deal was announced, we all said it was Winnipeg has to win the cup this year, so it was just the first round pick. So I knew that from the get go. So it doesn't affect me. Because if you thought that we were going to get that third round pick based on the fact that Winnipeg would win the Stanley Cup, yeah, I didn't think that at all. I don't think he'd have gotten truckloads of money anyway, but he's still going to get good money. Oh, Renegade Man, I don't think either team here has a hope in hell against Florida. Edmonton for the Cup. Perhaps. Yeah, I'm kind of torn though with the Canadian team thing. I mean, I want the Habs to win it as the next Canadian team. So yeah, it's just like probably longer term than Montreal would sign him for anyway. I would think Monahan's looking for longer term than Montreal would give him. Hey, there's Linksy. What this? What's this that it comes down to? Hope they don't give up on Barron right away. He's still young and is great depth on the right side. Yeah, I think Barron of the three is probably the safest. It's for some reason that's my opinion. Barron's probably the safest. Um, and we'll see what happens. I think if teams ask for him in whatever deal and they want to make that deal, I think Barron will get traded. This is what it comes down to. This game, yeah, well, it comes down to overtime. Next goal wins it. So it's Bruin that scores it. Personally, excuse me. Born to be a Hab. Yeah, you're right. I don't know if that makes up for the third round, but whoever thought really that they were going to get that third rounder, I never did. Just like I think if Monahan can, he's going to sign with a team with a chance to win something if he can. Renegade man, you chose Canadian American teams where? Why would I not want it? Because I want the Habs to do it. That's why. I'm a Habs fan, yeah. So that's why I want that to be the Habs. I'm selfish. How's that? That's the reason why. And yes, I'm a hockey fan, a Habs fan first, but a hockey fan nonetheless. I resent that. Oh, look, Alex is there. Who wins this? The team that scores next, my friend. Very, very hard to say. I hope Boston, but it's about as close a game as you can get. So I have no freaking idea, and I wish I did. Oh, Matt's out there as well. You guys are obviously together, aren't you? Carlo blows. Who's he blowing? Biel, we could be waiting another 10 years. I don't know. I'm sticking to my integrity. I mean, at least my integrity's intact. And I'm not lying and saying, yeah, Alex, I don't mind any other Canadian team. No, it's not how I feel. Sorry if you don't like it. It's just that you could hate Kreider and not have to hate a whole team, but I get you. I don't like the Rangers mostly because of Trouba. That's mostly why. Sorry if you don't like what I said, Bill. I'm sorry. What do you want from me? Yeah, Huzu, you're right. There's more than just Trouba I don't like. Well, here we go. Just about to drop the puck for overtime. Let's go, Boston. Anything but the Leafs. That was close. Okay, thanks for I appreciate the thumbs up there, BL. I could say you're not a real Habs fan because you want other teams to win the cup. How's that? It's my prerogative to feel how I feel. We're just a little over a minute in. Let's get to it, guys. Come on. Bruins win the draw. Ugh. Come on. Capitalize on those goddamn chances. Boston scores! Boom, it's over. Toronto down. Finally. Minute 54 in. Boston wins. Last time you're going to see me scream for Boston. Now that the Leafs are out, yeah, I'm okay. Listen, if a Canadian team wins, I'm not going to be unhappy. I'm not going to go like, oh, God damn it, a Canadian team won. But I'd rather be the Habs. But, you know, as long as it's not Boston, Toronto. Toronto. Get it right, Rick. Bye-bye, Sheldon Keefe. Bye-bye, Brendan Shanahan. Bye-bye, probably Marner. They should realize they can't seem to win with Matthews, so why not move Matthews? You mean you feel sorry for the Leaf fan in Boston who's surrounded by Boston fans? Oh, Aiken, 100%. That's it. My support of the Bruins just ended. That's it. I'm not even really happy for them. I'm not. It's not like I'm all happy the Bruins. I'm just happy it's not the Leafs. So that's it. I'm done being a Boston fan. So at least something kind of to celebrate here. I think that's worth celebrating that it's not the Leafs. They got knocked out. We don't have to put up with the Leafs fans insufferably the rest, till next season. Don't backtrack now. I'm not backtracking. I said, listen, if a Canadian team won, I'm not going to be all crazy upset. That's what I said. That's all. Not a backtrack. Steve Dangle is screaming at if you're listening to him, your eardrums just got pierced. He's on the verge of tears. You know what? Stop doing that too, because every year you're buying in every year. You're just buying in again every year. Every year you're saying, here, Toronto Maple Leafs, take this gun, and at the end of this season, shoot me in the head. Please do this every year, and that's what they. So I don't care. I have no pity for him. At some point, I'll be still a fan, still hoping they win, but I'm not buying in like that. It is what it is. Golf time for Toronto. Parade is now canceled. Oh, Andre, Bruins are going to get knocked out by Florida. Wouldn't surprise me if it's in 4 games. Oh, yeah, I forgot to do who's going to score. Ah, damn it. Oh, well. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. What's that about? Oh, go Cats. Yeah, there you go. Probably Marner is going to get traded. One of them is getting traded. And if you listen, we couldn't win with Matthews. Well, they got 1 game. Maybe it's Matthews. It's not Matthews. Who's who? I don't really like Florida either, so I don't like Boston. I don't like Florida. Only reason I do the Boston games is if Cam committed to doing these games, I do them, but he's not going to. I'm not going to. I got no skin in the game there. New name for the Leafs, the Toronto 67s. Good. I like that, actually. 67s. Can't win since 67. Can't beat the Bruins since 1959 and counting. Right? Matthews comes back. Oh, there'll be an excuse. And you know what? Obviously, he wasn't 100%. It's not like he was 100%. So we'll give him that, But all right. Well, that's it. No more cheering for the Bruins. I'm glad that's over. That I don't have to cheer for the Bruins anymore. The Toronto second rounders, because they never won 3. And that's right. They never had to play a third round they've never won a cup that wasn't just 2 rounds to win. I missed that though. I didn't see. I would have liked to see them all just walking away with their heads down. Oh well. So in the end, we got some happiness, and it paid off to do the series. Not surprised it was in 7. I didn't think it was going to go to 7, but so I'm waiting on the Dallas series to see how my bracket is. My bracket so far, I am 7-0 on my bracket. Just waiting for the Dallas. Hopefully, Dallas beats Vegas, and I'm going to be perfect. Leafs loser even after 50 seasons. That's cool. I like that. It's a lot more than 50 seasons. It is now 57 seasons. 57 and counting for the Leafs. Now, I think the Leafs have 5 more. Wait, let me count. 7 more cups than the next team after them in cup wins. I think a team's going to catch them for the cups before they win a cup. BL, I mean, now we can agree, right? We can stop arguing. Yeah, I hope Dallas wins. Not just because of my bracket. I don't want to see Vegas win. Leafs should have kept Hyman. I don't know if that means anything necessarily. They didn't win with Hyman either. Right? It's not like they were winning with Hyman and they shouldn't have, he didn't help them. I mean, Hyman's now playing with competent hockey players that don't necessarily shit the bed in the playoffs. Although I'm saying that, and it's Edmonton I'm talking about. Maybe I shouldn't say that. So I'm a bit of a happy camper for that. It might be the last game I have to do for the playoffs. I'm not sure. I doubt I'm going to do any others. I mean, I say I doubt. I don't know for what I'm going to do. I doubt I'm going to do another series. Might do a game here and there. I don't know. I'll make my mind up over the next few days and decide, but don't mind taking a couple of days off from that. Doesn't bother me at all. And I think I'm going to take off because it's I've been at this almost 4 hours. It is getting late. Saturday night, almost over. So in case this is my last game for the season, I want to just thank everybody that's been here all season for these games that I've been the Hangouts. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Had a lot of fun, but I'm a little tired of it right now and need my summer schedule. I don't know if the other guys are going to be able to talk me into doing another series or not. I doubt it, but we'll see. So yeah, thanks everybody for being here for the whole 23-24 season. I think I only missed one game. So I'm proud of that. Yeah, I mean, I mean, that's ridiculous, and I hope they lose. I hope they get their asses kicked in the game tomorrow. Rick is I'm going to Disneyland. I'm going to Disneyland. No, I don't really wish that. I'm not a traveler. No, I'm just going to take a little bit of time. Like, I know me, just a day or two. And probably start working on the summer schedule. We got the draft lottery on Tuesday. Time to start preparing, draft videos, stuff like that. All right. Ciao, Gislaine. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. And no, I don't fish. I doubt I'm going fishing. I'm going to do a lot of riding my scooter down the coastline here. We're right by the water. There's a bike path, and you can do a lot of that. and enjoy some summertime. But don't worry, I'm still going to do a lot of videos. I'm going to do as many as I can almost. We'll do other kind of shows, just I don't think I want to do any more games. That's all. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. You'll know I might do a video to let you guys know what we're doing. So, as a Bruins fan, go suffer. You can't say thanks for doing the series and cheering for the Bruins. Jeez, over that quickly, eh? BL, yeah, but I mean that's my job to teach them the ropes, to get them on their way, to help them to start carrying it. No, my job. I suffer it mostly well. All right, thanks for being here. Happy for the win, but now I'm happy I can start not liking the Leafs again. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Till next time, stay safe out there. Peace out, everybody. I'm not going to say go Bruins, go. Ciao. Have a good night. Ciao, ciao.